So today, I'm up early, I want to stay ahead, so I wanted to make a few videos that are like breaks from the series I'm running. I'm running 3 series, MMA, The Nazi, Beckett Cook, and I'm looking for stuff to just give you guys a break, have a different kind of video, do something different than the series. And I found this. This one, right here. You can be free from depression. Spoken word. I haven't seen it yet. You guys know I have to respond to it. What is up, you heathens and demons, you sinners and saints, you beautiful, blasphemous people? Welcome back to A Raging Atheist. Today we're going to be responding to Paul and Morgan's channel. We're going to be looking at a spoken word poetry. I haven't seen it yet. It's going to be a raw reaction. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a good break from the series I'm running right now. But first, I want to send a shout out to my patrons. Lots of new content on Patreon. If you would like to become a patron, link is in the description below. Alright guys, so you guys know me well enough by now. You know that I've been a spoken word poet for 20 years. I've shared some of my poetry with you guys. I consider myself a fair critic of spoken word poetry. So I'm not going to dislike a poem just because it's got Christian tones to it or because it talks about God. You guys have heard a lot of my poems where I talk about God, poems that I wrote way back when I was a Christian. So to me, when I critique poetry, I'm listening for a few things. First and foremost, with any poem, your prose needs to be really good. If you don't have good prose, I'm not going to like your poem. But outside of that, how is your cadence? How is your voice reflection? Is your voice up to par for what spoken word poetry should be? Is your rhymes in the right place? Is your rhyme strong? Are you ending strong on your rhymes? Do you have smooth transitions? Do you have an even flow? These are all going to be things that I'm looking for. So I'm going to try to give a fair reaction to this. I know that I'm biased. I don't like Paul and Morgan, but I'm going to try to listen with fresh ears. I'm going to try to give her a chance because by this thumbnail, it looks like it's going to be Morgan. So let's check it out. Alright, so we're into the video now. We're going to give it a shot. Let's hear what Morgan has to say and if she can say it well.
What if I told you that anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, all those chains holding you down, they could be broken, you could be free? Would you believe me? Highly unlikely. But you say you believe in God, the God who knows the number of hairs on your head, the God who creates life from death, the God who put every single star in the sky, the God who created morning and night.
Alright, so, oh god, I thought it would probably be bad, but I'm just going to tell you straight up, this is horrible. This isn't good poetry at all. This is horrible. But let's talk about Morgan's appearance. So, she's wearing the baggy sweater that comes down and covers her hands, but she has the black nail polish on. Like, are you trying to be dark? Is that your poetry nail polish? Like, you gotta wear black because you're being a poet now? Like, the only thing missing from that would be like the cigarette with the like stem, you know what I'm talking about? And you could be sitting there smoking your cigarette and reciting your poetry. But beyond that, I told you guys what I was going to be looking for. So, like, her voice is really bad for spoken word poetry. Like, Morgan, I know that you say that you're a singer. I've only heard 1 or 2 of your songs, haven't really been wowed by your singing, but it's a lot better than this. Your voice reflection, your flow here is completely off. You're trying to have that poet's voice. You're trying to sound like a poet, but you're failing miserably. These things take a lot of practice. You really need to practice your voice. You need to practice your flows of your poems before you put it out on your 100,000 subscriber channel. But we're just getting into it, so let's continue.
You say you believe, you claim to be free in Christ. But how are you free when you cry every single night, when anxiety controls your life, when depression tells you how to feel, when suicide's saying you should not be real? How are you free? You see, the enemy has a hold on you. He's making you think there's nothing you can do, keeping your eyes on your pain instead
Alright, so I've already been critical of your voice. Your voice isn't there for spoken word. But your message here is atrocious, and I shouldn't really be surprised. It's Morgan and Paul and Morgan. They always give like bad advice, bad messaging. So she's literally saying that people have depression because Satan has a hold of them. And I think she's going to where like you can be free from depression if you're, you know, a follower of Jesus Christ and you interpret it in the right way. You're a real follower of Jesus Christ. And this is very dangerous. Like, this is very dangerous. People with depression, especially really severe depression, need medical help. They don't need Jesus. They don't need your false claims of how Jesus is going to heal them. They need medical help before they do commit that suicide you was talking about. And suicide is all across the board. There's a real high rate of it in atheism, but there's suicide everywhere. The last thing we need is somebody telling them that, you know, Jesus will heal them of that, because when Jesus doesn't heal them of that, there's going to be a lot of fucking problems. So her voice sucks. Her rhymes aren't even. She's not ending strong with her rhymes, and her rhymes are really bad so far. Not a good flow to this poem. Really atrocious messaging. Yeah, it's pretty fucking horrible. Let's continue.
Instead of everything you have to gain. Because when Christ died on that tree, he didn't just die for me, he died for you. He died so we could be free.
Jesus Christ did not die on a fucking tree, he died on a cross. Yeah, I mean, that cross is made from wood, but it's not a tree, it's a cross. He was crucified. It's so bad, so bad.
Free, not bound by the chains and bondage of this world, not drowning in lies and false truths you have heard. You are free. Do you believe me? You are free.
I don't believe you.
Do not let the enemy plant seeds in your heart. Do not let the enemy tell you.
I mean, you're literally saying follow Jesus, be a slave to Jesus, be a slave to God, because that's what they want. They want your worship. They want your idolatry. They want you to grovel at their feet. So you're talking about slavery and then calling it freedom. Your poem is bad. Your messaging's bad. Again, like this, like I knew this was going to be bad. I just knew it, and that's why I had to do it.
You're falling apart. Do not accept the words. You'll just have to learn how to cope with it. Do not accept this is just your life now. I'm telling you, one day, it could even be right now, you're going to wake up.
She didn't rhyme cope with it. She just ended that stanza without a rhyme. And then she rhymes the next stanza like horribly. Like horribly. Like seriously, Morgan, go to a spoken word. I know they have them. They're all over the country. They have them where you live. Go to a slam, and just listen. Just listen how they're doing it, how the artists are doing it. I mean, you could even find it on right here on YouTube, right? Like just listen and emulate. You know, if you can't have your own voice and you're just gonna push out this propaganda and not be sincere with it, then at least emulate people that do it right, and maybe you'll get better. Maybe you'll get better.
Up and see how much power, how much authority you have been given by the one true King. When Jesus said, "It is finished," he did not mean, "It is finished, but only for a few years," or "It is finished, but only for a certain amount of tears." No, he meant it is finished for good, forever. For the rest of eternity, I am here, I have won the victory. It is finished for you, all of you. My death, my resurrection, my ascension to heaven was so that no child of God would ever be overcome by death again.
Oh, it's so terrible. So terrible. I mean, okay, so literally every Christian that has been alive since Jesus Christ did all those things that you said he did. Every single one of those Christians have died. Every single one of them. Morgan, someday, will die. Death has not been overcome here. Death has not been overcome here. And this heaven that you think you're going to go and live forever after you fucking die, well, it's never been proven to exist. You can't possibly know that until you're fucking dead and we're alive. It's just so bad. It's so bad.
My death was so you could be free here on earth. You don't have to wait until you walk through the pearly gates. I died so you could be free right here, right now. So when you say you believe in the God of the universe, understand that you're saying you believe you cannot be cursed by anxiety, depression, suicide, by any other weapon the enemy wants to try and use to crush and break and hurt.
Such a dangerous narrative. Such a dangerous narrative that Jesus Christ will take all of this away. And what about the Christians that have depression and anxiety? Like yourself, Morgan, who was just talking about it a couple fucking months ago. What about those Christians? Are you saying, and you are saying, that they're not following Jesus, right? That they don't truly have Jesus in their hearts because Jesus isn't taking these things away from them? No. Professional help, Morgan. Professional help is the advice. Yeah, be strong with Jesus, but go get some fucking help. That's the advice you should be giving. That's the poem that you should be giving. Oh, it's just, everything about this is just horrible. It's way worse than I even thought it would be.
You are saying you believe that yes, you are free. Don't get me wrong, there's pain in following Christ. There is warfare when you decide to lay down your life. To pick up your cross, there is suffering, there is loss. But it is all for a cause. It is all for the purpose of planting seeds, being a light, separating yourself from the world and its things. It is all because He died to set us free, so that one day we can meet face to face in a place of eternal glory where tears no longer exist, where pain has turned to bliss, and we can rejoice 24/7.
Oh my fucking God! Did she just say 24/7? Let's see if she rhymes it. Let's see.
In the arms of our Father up in heaven.
Oh gosh. Oh, this is just almost too much for me this morning. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done with this shit. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
So whether you're generation A, B, C, or X, Y, Z, with God as your Father, you are free. Do you believe?
No, I don't. I don't. And this stupid ass poem didn't help me believe. I mean, usually in a slam setting, if a young poet comes in, you're not going to be too highly critical of them. You might try to, talk them out of actually participating in the actual slam and just do the open mic part. But you're not going to be too highly critical. Unless the messaging is just really, really bad. Unless you need to be highly critical. Like the voice reflection, the uneven flows, all of those things Morgan can actually improve. It just takes practice. It takes some actual real dedication towards it, honing that craft. And Morgan can improve those things. But that message is horrible. That message is Jesus Christ will heal you of depression and anxiety. Jesus Christ will take away those thoughts of suicide. And that's just not the case. Jesus Christ, if He existed, is fucking dead. He's not going to do nothing. What you need is professional help. What you need is to talk to somebody about these things. Get it out of you. Get it off your chest. Not Jesus is going to heal you. I have dealt with this with my mother. Christians were telling my mother the same thing about her alcoholism, that Jesus would take it away, that God would heal her, and she fucking died. So yeah, I take this a little bit personally. Not only as a poet, because you're putting horrible poetry out, but because the message is dangerous. And I have experienced that in my real life. But I'm going to get out of here. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about the poem. Did she do good? Am I missing it here? Let me know. But as always, I'm your boy Nakasuchi. This is A Raging Atheist. If you like my videos, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share me on your social media, comment in the comment section below. Hit that bell so you can be notified every time I make a new video or every time I have a new live stream. John should be having his show tomorrow. I should be having Ask a Pagan show on Thursday. I'll see you soon.